From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Stroud sets up the play action. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Vita Vea forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. He's still on his feet. Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! Terrace Marshall, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First down, here's White. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. And Stroud now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. 4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Panthers at 11-5 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Young now after the fumble recovery. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with Wright. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. big Derek Brown making the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Sanders toss left side. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Young now. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flush to his right. And Sharp hauls it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60, go!
Play action. Stroud now. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. that far behind the line. He's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it.
Here's a diving catch right side. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. That throw by Young incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To the air once more, Young. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to do... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. He got 29 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Young. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Red, cycle.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, Young sliding out of the... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Stroud. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The throwing again is Stroud. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Ready. Ready.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers
each team
out
making
on
their
top.
final preparations for this second half. We're about ready to. As we'll send you back up to Charlotte. Rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the red zone now, Young. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
Okay, and can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistakes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, first and 10. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Ready.
They go play action. Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Next to score, Panthers 48, Buccaneers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And Young's throw there incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready.
Now Young. And that is taken in by Hurst. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. A gain there of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Drill green.
Young. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much... That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 6. And the Buccaneers.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That throw by Young incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly...
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, let's go. Cup 19.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Otten. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. C.J. Stroud. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Got it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And Young's throw there incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First and 10, it's Stroud. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his
blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And Young's going to throw it here. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. On the move past the 40. And down right around the 37. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Red, yellow.
To the air once more, Young. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we go. Set.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Drill, 52. Set.
On the draw, here's Sanders. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now
and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Young now. Open man right side is Shark. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but this.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they
and the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.